The Twisted Bow, one of the most powerful weapons in Oldschool Runescape. The weapon deals massive amounts of damage to anything with a decent magic level, which happens to be most of Oldschool Runescape's bosses. With its power though, comes a price, which is almost 1.4 billion as of recently. After selling a Twisted Bow to complete the 0 GP to Tunic and Shadow, I want to start again from 0 GP and earn enough money to afford the Twisted Bow and take on the Challenge Mode Chambers of Xeric. This is 0 GP to Twisted Bow. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of the 0 GP to Twisted Bow series. In the last episode, we took on Vardorvis, and if you haven't seen the video, I highly recommend it, as we were able to achieve 6 out of 9 possible drops, including the Ultor Vestige, which we used to create the Ultor Ring, the new best in slot melee ring that is worth over 200 mil at the current prices. And in this episode, we're continuing our hunt for the new best in slot rings at the community poll winner, the Leviathan. The Leviathan drops the Venator Vestige, an item used to create the new Archer's Ring at a drop rate of 1 in 768. Just like Vardorvis, I'm hoping to receive the Vestige under drop rate, as the ring is currently worth 150 mil and dropping quick. Before we start, I have some gear to sell off from the last episode to hopefully afford the best gear possible for this grind. Sold off all of the melee gear that I was using for Vardorvis. I profited a huge amount in the Fang, as I bought it for about 33 mil. Everything else is about the same. We collect all that and it's a huge cash stack, 209 mil, which we can add that to our already existing big cash stack for now over a 457 mil bank if you do not include the ring. Speaking of, a lot of people wanted me to sell off the Ultor Ring in the last episode, so let's go ahead and do that, as it's currently worth around 220 mil. The Ultor Ring ended up selling for 220 mil, so I am glad I held on to it for just a little bit. With all that GP, I decided to spend almost 400 mil of it on some of the best possible gear for Leviathan. As far as the crystal gear goes, I was able to craft the crystal armor and corrupt the bow of Faradin with the shards I gained from episode 3 of the series. I even decided to drip out a little bit and go for the full black setup, very similar to what I had on Grey's Cat. Here is my full setup now for the Leviathan grind. Let's get started. Leviathan was a super fun boss to do once I got the hang of it. Lots of really engaging mechanics that felt rewarding when you got them correct. Also really enjoyed letting the attacks come at you quicker as I got more experience. And I'd say the part that I enjoyed the most about the fight was towards the end, going inside the orb and then using the Web Weaver special attack, and sometimes having over a 900 XP drop when that happens. It was just great. Now let's get into the drops. We got the first Awakener's Orb from the Leviathan grind. It is now a collection log item, which was not happening during Vardorvis, which is very nice. Glad to get that out of the collection log, so I won't get jump scared anymore if I get a new collection log. Just like Vardorvis, Awakener Orbs were extremely common at a drop rate of 1 in 53.6, and I received a lot of them. 52 kill count in, and we've already gotten our second smoke quartz. If you didn't watch my loot from 100 video, I did get a smoke quartz in that video, so that's quite rare. I believe they're confirmed at this point to be a 1 in 200, so the fact that I've got 2 of them and 52 kill count, very lucky, but not the drop we're looking for. It is actually one of the better drops I've gotten now from the Leviathan. The raw manta rays, you get 180 if you do a non-perfect kill, but with a perfect kill, 270 mana rays, which is around 270k, a very decent drop. Our first major kill count milestone here at Leviathan, kill count number 100 and a pretty decent drop on Onyx Bolt chips. I really thought that was a perfect kill, so I'm not sure what I messed up there. 200 kill count now, doing pretty good on the drops. Just got the Onyx Bolt tips and Dragon Bolts this trip, but I have not seen any actual uniques, so I have a feeling that I maybe rolled the unique once or twice, since it is like a 1 in 96 I believe to roll the unique table. I'm gonna hope I'm lucky and I'm 2 out of 3. Well, that's probably one of the most valuable untradeable drops I can get, a smoke quartz and an elite clue in the same drop. Don't know the odds of that, but that's pretty cool. Rare, don't know what to say. This is a very good problem that I have. I ran out of spaces to put my Awakener Orbs. Already sold 8 of them for 22.1 mil, and I think some of them insta-sold, so it's a little higher price than that, so go ahead and collect that, and then we can throw our 9th one in and continue the process. Up to 300 kill count now, and I have not seen a single thing from this boss as far as a unique. The best thing I've gotten are those Awakened Orbs, which are super nice, don't get me wrong. 400 kill count now, and still have not seen a single unique, even though it is a 1 in 96 to see uniques, so I have a feeling that If I wasn't 2 out of 3 when I was at 300 kill count, maybe I'm 2 out of 3 now. I think I'm just on the heavy copium right now. Kill count number 500 here at the Leviathan, and still, after 500 kill count, I have not seen any visible uniques. Well, that is not what I wanted to see, but at least I know you can hit the rare drop table. A chromium ingot, which I think it just said it was selling for 600k, so that is not very good. But after 513 kill count, I've seen my first visible unique at this boss. I think we are now on smoke quartz number 4. Well, that is a first back-to-back smoke quartz. That is a 1 in 200 drop rate, and I just got them back-to-back. That is extremely rare. It doesn't show up here because I have stackable interfaces, and you can see there's the 2 in the chat. That is, I don't even know what to say about that. Kill count number 600 right here, and there it is. Unfortunately, no loot here, and the only thing we've gotten was that chromium ingot about 100 kills ago. I guess it's nice that we've hit the rare drop table, but still 600 kill count and only seeing 1 visible unique definitely doesn't feel great. We are now again full up on the Grand Exchange offer, so time to collect again. We do have 1 chromium ingot in there. Looks like we made a 22.9 mil, not too bad, and now I'll throw this one in there. After this kill right here, I am going to be now 700 kill count, with the only unique I've received so far being that chromium ingot. That is really crazy that I've gone this far without seeing any other drops. One thing I do want to mention though, the technical ring drop rate is a 1 in 768, if I remember correctly, somewhere around there. So I've technically not hit the drop rate of the ring. Hopefully I'll see you guys in 68 kills with the ring, or maybe even less than that. Let's try to go for that. Yes! 749 kill count. I wasn't recording all the way. I didn't realize I was in a call with my friends. We got it! 749 kill count. The Venator Vestige, I just instantly picked it up because I was getting used to it. Let's get out of here. I've made my way to the same anvil which I made the altar ring. So let's go ahead, use the chisel on the archer ring that I purchased. And then we are going to make an icon. And I believe I have to use the Venator Vestige on the icon. And we need blood runes, but this time I am going to remember I do have blood runes in my pouch. With the blood runes in my pouch, all we have to do is use these 2 on each other to create the icon. And then in the furnace with the 3 chromium ingots that I bought, we can now craft a Venator ring. Very nice. And if we actually check the collection log here, we did get 5 chromium ingots during my grind to get the Altor Vestige. So I've still technically gotten the 6 ingots and the 2 vestiges. So I've had 6 rolls on each table. So that is very nice that it is evening out there. There is one unfortunate part about getting the Venator ring when I do get it. It is only at 75 mil. So the ring has gone down almost half of its current value, but 75 mil is still a lot of money to receive as a single drop. After a little bit of waiting, I ended up selling the Venator ring for pretty much exactly 75 mil. I did have to purchase the archer ring for the archer icon and the 3 chromium ingots to make it. So it looks like the Venator Vestige drop ended up being about 70 mils a drop. A very, very decent drop, all things considered, especially since I did technically get slightly lucky, not on the actual uniques, but specifically the rings. I do also have 2 Awakener's Orbs that I haven't collected yet, so we can collect that for a total of 80 mil. And if we now throw it in our bank, our total bank value is now up to 827 mil. We did get some clue scrolls, so we may as well open those. Now we have hard and elite clues. One other thing I got from the Leviathan were these smoke quartz, and I also have the blood quartz that I got from Vardorvis. Since I did Vardorvis, they've actually added a chest where you can use your smoke quartz to unlock the chest. From 9 quartz, if we throw that into the price checker, we made 1.1 mil. Very, very good. With the clue scrolls completed and opening all the quartz, we can now go ahead and show the total loot from Leviathan, which turns out to be a nice 97 mil plus the 70 mil that we made from the actual Vestige itself. So 167 mil, very decent amount of money considering the time spent, which wasn't a whole lot. I would say I was probably getting closer to 25 kills per hour, and with 750 kill count, that's about 30 hours of work. Selling everything off on the loot tab, total of 35 mil because I did have some soul runes I didn't show in the loot tab. And then I also want to go ahead and add the money that I got from the Awakener's Orbs since I was into selling those. About 55 mil there, and then 70 mil from the big drop of the episode, which is the Venator Vestige, which leaves me at 160 mil made in this episode. However, there were some slight supply costs. If we don't include the crystal shards that I got in episode 3 from Zolcano, then the supply costs were only about 5 mil in this episode, quite a bit less than something like Vardorvis. Did not have anywhere near as many deaths. I think I died once, maybe twice during this entire grind, as it's really not too hard to not die during a Leviathan fight once you get used to it. So 155 mil made in one episode, and now if we were to throw that into the bank, it looks like our bank is now up to 827 mil. We started this episode at a bank value of 666 mil, so in total we have made 161 mil this episode. That is really insane for a single episode. Our last episode we made quite a bit as well. We're making a lot of money recently, which is awesome. Closing in on that goal of the Twisted Bow. I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Let me know if you want to continue to see the Desert Treasure 2 bosses or not, as I'm not really sure myself. But with that, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you soon. Later. And don't forget to subscribe.